Welcome to Two Doctors Homestead. My name's Daniel, and it's a beautiful day out here in Texas. Starting to look like fall, starting to feel like fall a little bit here, and I'm looking forward to that, to move on from the summer. There's a lot going on in the world right now, a lot going on in the United States. I want to talk a lot about that a little bit, but also talk about where I think you need to be mentally right now. Thanksgiving's not far away. We just had our Friendsgiving. It's one of our favorite events of the year. Had a lot of friends over, had a great meal, just had that time. And I think right now people need to focus on that time together, focus on mental preparation, right? Whether you think you won the last election or whether you think you lost the last election, right? There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on in the country. There's a lot going on in the world, but it's the end of 2024. We made it through 2024. Enjoy Thanksgiving, enjoy that time with your family. Christmas is coming up. If you celebrate, enjoy it, right? Enjoy the end of the year, enjoy New Year's. Said focus on your goals, focus on your mental wellness, right? Recharge your batteries. That's my advice right now. I know there's a lot of angry people right now. I see them online, a lot of angry people freaking out. Let's take it back, right? Let's take a deep breath. Let's focus on goals. I got my mental preparedness checklist here. Cultivate a growth mindset. How are you going to do better next year? Develop emotional regulation skills. We need that. We see that right now. A lot of people losing it. Let's talk about that emotional regulation, right? Don't let your emotions drive you, right? Try to bring it in, take a deep breath, think about what's going on. A lot of what happens in life is how you react to situations, not the things that happen to you, but how you react to them. I think that's very important. Since set realistic goals, we talked about that. Set your goals. Think about how you're going to thrive for the next year, next 4 years, right? And it's going to be a potentially bumpy ride, right? You talk about things, you see some of the changes. I'm kind of trying to dance around this a little bit here. Potential changes coming, right? Whether it's changes in the government or what you might think of in, say, AI, right? AI is coming in strong, but even on the government side, if you're a federal employee, you might be looking at potential layoffs, right? You see that. You see people talking about that. We don't know what's going to happen till it happens, but I think right now, pause, recharge your battery, right? Before we get into that, before we get into next year, strengthen your support system. So we just did our Friendsgiving. Bring your friends in, bring your family in, share that time, build those bonds, share those experiences, find your tribe, right? It's important to find your tribe, find positive influences, right? Find a group that'll help you grow, right? You don't want to be with people that are going to hold you back. Find a group that's going to help you grow, improve your mental health, right? Practice self-compassion, absolutely. Slow it down, appreciate yourself, appreciate that you're here. Once again, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, it's the end of the year. We made it this far. No World War III. As I mentioned before, I think we put the snooze button on World War III. That's my opinion. Time will tell. Doesn't necessarily mean peace on earth, right? People are coming in saying, oh, there's not going to be peace. There's going to be wars. Maybe there will. Maybe there always will be, right? But in terms of where we're at now, where what we see coming as a possibility, self-compassion, slow down, develop a daily routine. We've talked about that. I think daily routine is very important. I just finished a ruck. It was tough. I didn't weigh the gear, but I threw a bunch of extra gear on top of what I had. I know I'm over 65 pounds of gear. It was tough. I hit that first mile. I'm like, man, I don't know. And I told myself, no, you're going 2 miles. This is going to happen. We're doing 2 miles. That's going to set your day. If you quit, that's your day. You're a quitter. You're doing 2 miles. That was a tough ruck. But setting those goals, challenge yourself to do better. I think that's very important, right? I think that's important for what's coming up. Build your mental health, build your mental preparedness. As far as next year, right? We see AI. We know AI is there. We know there's huge investments in AI. I mean, you see the kind of money they're putting on entire data centers dedicated to AI, and we know that's going to change the workforce, right? That's going to change so many things, and there's a lot of positive, right? There's a lot of positive on AI. there's also the negative, and we've talked about the negative potential on AI before, which is people are going to lose their jobs, right? It's going to change career paths. It's going to change people's lives. So if you're in that situation, right, once again, you've got to mentally prepared, strong. Certainly doesn't help to have a parachute, some kind of money put away just in case, food put away just in case, right? But I know that's not easy. You're not just going to throw that together in the next month, but just keep your eyes open, keep your mind open. The world is absolutely changing, whether it's AI or whether it's what we're seeing. We're seeing in the government, the new power that's coming in. They're talking about a lot of drastic changes. They're talking about revolutionary changes. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens when it happens. As I said, half the population thinks they've won, half the population thinks they've lost. We just need to come together, right? We need to come together, find our path forward, dial back on some of the rhetoric. I see a lot of angry, I'm not even going to dig into it, not even going to say the words, angry people, angry rhetoric online. But we need to come together as a nation, right? As a people, as a world, right? And right the ship. I'm going to say right the ship, right? There's a lot of potential for some amazing stuff that could happen. Also a lot of potential for civil unrest, for supply chain, for a lot of negative stuff. But as I said, once again, right now, I think the big focus should just be appreciation, appreciation for what you have, appreciation for your potential, right? Your potential as a person, whether you're a provider, appreciate your potential, focus on the path forward, set your goals, right? And just bring the people you care about in close, have that support system, have those bonds, have that connectivity. Push away the negative, right? This, push away the negative energy. I'm not sure this is the video I was planning on making, but it's what's been on my mind. I've got a couple videos I'm working on. Wasn't sure I was going quite so new agey or whatever you want to call it there, but I'm just saying, I think we need to focus our minds, dial back that rhetoric, in terms of being prepared. Always continue to be prepared. Even if we did put a snooze on World War III, maybe de-emphasize bunkers and gas masks and iodine tablets and all that World War III stuff, Geiger counters, put that in the back of the shelf. But there's always natural disasters, and there's a huge potential, I think, for more civil unrest, especially going into what we're seeing. I think a lot of people are going to be upset, and they're going to act out. Some people are going to act out on that. I hope they don't, but they're already talking about it, right? So back to that, right? You keep your family close. You protect your loved ones, protect your tribe, get that community going together. Have people you can rely on in case there are shortages, in case there are power outages. We're coming into wintertime. Wasn't that long ago we had a big power outage in Texas, and there's things you can do to prepare for that. And now might be time, right? Black Friday's coming up. It's going to be the best prices of the year, right? Best prices of the year. So consider your resources. Don't spend all your money yet. Next year might be a bumpy year, but focus on maybe some of your gaps. Said power outage is real. A lot of people will say if there's a power outage, learn how you're going to live without power, which is true, right? We tried a homestead. We've got the garden. We've got the turkeys. We can produce some of our own food, but power's nice to have. I will say that is a game changer. So, think about your preps, especially with Black Friday. Don't miss that opportunity. I remember last year Black Friday hit, and I was thinking, I bet the prices will be better after Christmas, and they weren't. So Black Friday really was the good sale, right? So here we are. We're out here. Got some more product videos. I know you guys love those. We're trying to work with vendors, bring in some products. We get the products, so they are paid advertisements, paid sponsorships. But we're trying to show you guys some cool products. Got some more stuff coming in. I have a couple other videos we're working on. Have one that I've been working on for a while, and someone else, much bigger YouTuber than me, dropped a very similar video. So I'm sort of torn on that. I got to work with the content I've got, but I don't want it to feel like if I do the video now and I drop the video, be like, he just copied that guy's video. I didn't, but it's similar. So I'm kind of reworking my idea. I still want to make the video. I think it's important. And it's really focused about, as a prepper, what's enough, right? When do you hit enough? When do you actually have enough that you could say, I could survive anything, right? And the idea behind that, of course, there's a lot of things we can't imagine that could happen. So the AI, think about the Terminator movies, right? We're talking about robots. We're not far from home robots and ultra powerful AI that's beyond anything we can really understand. Even the people creating it cannot keep up with the actual power that they're creating with the AI. So, hey, you've seen the Terminator movies, you've seen the Matrix. Maybe shift your preps in that direction, right? How are you going to take out a drone strike? You see what's happening, see the direction the world's going. But I'm on a ramble today. Just want to get out here and chat. Just tell you where my mind's at in terms of being a prepper, second generation prepper. Been doing this a long time. And as I said, I'm wrapping up mentally for the year. Just trying to be thankful for what we have, where we're at. And then focus on next year, focus on what's coming, and really the next 4 years, right? But we're saying next year. I take it one year at a time here. You should have goals. You should be focusing on yourself. As I said, I'm trying to work out. You should get out there, try to work out. Walking is generally free if you can do it. Obviously depends on how safe your neighborhood is, but on that, right? I mean, if we're looking at prosperity, that's the best time to prep, right? If we're looking at peace, that's the best time to prep. Think about strategic relocation. It might be that time, right? If you're tired of being in the big cities, country's great, man. Country's a great place to be. Get out of the city a little bit. I'm going to leave it there. So I'm working on a video where we're going to talk about more long-term preps, how to really what you would need to survive extended period of time. Also more products. I mentioned more products. So sorry for the ramble. I appreciate you guys. I really do. As always, thank you for watching. I hope the audio is good. I'm going to try to get some better sound equipment. I've been tweaking the settings, trying to figure out if there's anything I can do with what I've got. And we're working on a studio. Probably going to do that. I got some cool stuff from back in the day that I'm going to try to do a backdrop. I think it's going to be pretty cool. So we are probably going to do a studio. I remember when we did the end of the year roundup last year, we talked about we're going to do a studio, and I think maybe I'm actually going to do it. Just give me a little quiet spot inside to kind of man cave it up a little bit, do some videos in there. So that's all I got. Once again, thank you for being here.